in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
Hello everyone, in the background. So I'm about to do a 2-day flight to London Heathrow from Wellington, New Zealand, I believe. Here, we'll actually be flying from Wellington to Auckland, and Auckland to Los Angeles to London Heathrow, all in the same aircraft. No, well, I should not say that. I should say we're doing the Airbus A320 to New Zealand. Our local time here in Wellington is about 6:40. Just depart at 6:45. Last passengers are boarding. Before we start this, I'd like to just give my support and my prayers out to anyone affected in the newsroom shooting in Maryland in the United States. There was, if you didn't know, from a different country, there was a shooting that happened in a, I believe, a newspaper company. I believe a couple deaths were total there, but really it's heartbreaking to see this happen once again in our world, and I'd like to just give a moment of silence to all those affected. Thank you so much. It does personally mean a lot, 'cause it does not just affect the families, it affects the country, it affects the world to see this happen once again. So just thank you, and now I'm going to get along to our 2-day journey to London Heathrow from Wellington. Well, it's going to be an hour flight, I'm predicting, to Auckland. In Auckland, I'm going to be, but not online, for about an hour, just preparing my device and preparing the programs to take an 11-hour flight, I think maybe up to 12-hour flight to Los Angeles. So, well, for me, it's going to be an overnight flight. Depending where you are, or depending where you're watching, it's going to be maybe a full day flight for you. But it's going to be an overnight flight to me, so I'll be sleeping during most of it. And then once I arrive back into, when I arrive into Los Angeles, I will be awake. And I'll be landing for you guys. Hopefully I don't fly over it. And from there, maybe I'll have an hour-and-a-half break, and then we'll continue on to Los Angeles. In the same gate, boarding. I've expected departure here at about 6:45, like I said. I'm going to get that underway right now, actually. So this is an aircraft, Airbus A320, and I personally think they're one of the best liveries in the world is Air New Zealand. I think in any aircraft it will fit, and if they get an Airbus A350, which in the future I don't believe they will, because they already have the 787, I think it would look perfect on it, especially the all-black livery, which is the aircraft we'll be using from Auckland to London. Here, this is flight 452, and yeah, we're about to push back here, get our beacon light on to notify ground, to tell ground that we're prepared to push back. We're turning out gate 16. I really do think New Zealand's a beautiful country, in my opinion. I always love to fly out of New Zealand. I always love to just see the scenery. Unfortunately tonight, or fortunately, in the games tonight, we will not be seeing the scenery. Yeah, so it's about 6:30 my time, might be 3:30 your time, might even be midnight where you are. Or maybe even on to Friday. Well, we're about to prepare to push back. We'll run away here, no traffic in my sights. This is our route to Auckland, and Auckland will be flying hopefully to Los Angeles, which is right here. I'm from Los Angeles, we'll be flying up north and flying to London Heathrow. So about 2 places we'll be hitting with ATC. Hopefully ATC does not hurt my flight. I'm really hoping it doesn't. Here, I'm going to get my device set up. I have about 3 devices that I have to use just for a live stream here. We're departing gate of runway 16. That's very unfortunate in my opinion, because that's a long taxi up north, and also I have to make about 180 turn to get to the taxi, get to the flight. Oh, I'm already having a couple stutters here. So this will be the live stream for you guys for the whole week. Ends Friday. No live stream over the weekend because this is just a long flight. It's a 2-day journey to London Heathrow. A lot of people could argue that you could fly it to Asia and fly from Asia the whole way to London Heathrow there, but I personally want to fly across the whole world. Get about 28 hours of, maybe about 24 hours of flight time, which won't really affect me much because I have so many here. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and we are going to prepare for pushback here. Local time right now is about 46, so we're about 1 minute late. It should not bother me. I should catch up time anyway. So we'll still arrive in Auckland about 7:50, I believe, p.m. and it's supposed to depart around 9 and be an overnight flight in actual time and arrive there in the morning. Yeah. Alright, guys. Better push back here. Should not be that busy, really, until we get into Los Angeles. I expect to be busy. I expect to be busy in Heathrow as well. That was my only spectacle, because I might have flown to San Francisco, but I realized there's not many flights that have options to go to Heathrow on Air New Zealand, and something is a completely different flight. It's really hard to see the taxiway here where we're pushing back. So just reminding you to a 28-hour journey, arriving tomorrow, maybe 4 p.m. Pacific time in the United States, about 7 p.m. Eastern time, and touching down around, let me see, about 1 o'clock a.m. in British time. I'm not 100% sure. You can tell really I sound American, I am, of course. Alright, so we got engine number 2 start. I usually often, to be honest, get pretty confused of what engine I should start. Well, then again, it's also a working process, guys. I've been streaming for about, I don't know, maybe 5 months, and then I just come back to streaming here. Engine number 2 is what we started. Now, a question you may be asking yourself is, am I going to be talking to you guys the whole flight? It's only about a 45-minute flight, which I see average on flight fare 24. That's the average flight time I see. And that answer is going to be no. We were putting some music in about midway into our journey to Auckland. I'm expecting around 27,000 feet. Is actually what the flight plan was. That's our that's gonna be our height here. We've got engine number 2 probably ready. Now engine number 1, I forgot to turn it on, so that's good delays. A little bit more. So actually on the way to Auckland to I believe Los Angeles and Los Angeles to Heathrow, I will have a safety announcement you'll be able to hear in the background. So I believe they just do a verbal on the regional flights. I'm 100% sure. You can tell me in the comments. Alright, flaps go down to 2. One more check in our weight. I think we're looking pretty good time. About 5 minutes late. Not that much of a worry. I'm 100% sure because I can see New Zealand skies nighttime. But my question is it like completely dark? Or does the sky stay like a little bluish? I might just have them vaguely. Alright, we need clear taxi, trying away 16. So runway 16 we'll be taking off. If you wonder where my aviation videos are, like takeoff, landing, grading trip reports, they'll be coming out. All more trip reports in July when I'm going to Los Angeles. Actually, what are the odds? Flying to Los Angeles, doing lots of flights in Los Angeles, so you expect lots of uploads around August, early August time. I get them all edited. If you are on a computer, you might experience some freezing. Yeah. Normal, perfectly normal. And if you are wondering what song I use in the beginning, just for a keynote for you guys, when that song's on, I'm just preparing for a live stream. I'm there. It's called Shine. It's non-copyright music on SoundCloud. You will be able to catch it on here. Personally, I'll go for the Airbus. I'll go for a Boeing over Airbus. That's gonna be a lot. That's a question maybe I'll put when the stream is finalized. I'll put, would you prefer Airbus or Boeing? I prefer Boeing because there's a lot more Boeing in the United States than Airbus, because a lot more airlines like to use the 737, 757. Not that common anymore. About 13 knots, top speed, a little slow. I'm gonna be fine with that. As we come to a departure, I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys so I can take off. Put strobe lights on. Put brakes on. And, well, here we come, takeoff, the first takeoff out of 3 takeoffs. I'm expecting that is the holding line. I did not notice it's that far back. Well, see you guys in the air, and, yeah, enjoy the takeoff. Hey guys, I'm back. It's pretty nice. cruise about 2,200 feet per minute. I'm gonna take off really. Both engines looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep the landing lights on because it is nighttime, about 10,000 feet now. Disengage them. Really good right now is that mountain right there. Yeah, I'm gonna increase takeoff holding our feet per minute. Yes, pretty much. Just gonna try to get ourselves over that mountain. There's Wellington right there. I should have actually taken the route opposite from the west route. These mountains are looking a little high. Yeah. Good view though, to take off into the aircraft. Probably can't even hear me. There you go. You probably can hear me now, but yeah, we did just lift off about 2 minutes ago, departing about 15 minutes late. Should not really worry me at all. Just gonna put on some music. Just enjoy it. I'll be back probably 20 minutes before landing to give you a quick update, and of course to land the aircraft. Don't want that, so you can keep track of the aircraft. The landing light's gonna go off, and yeah, see ya.
New Zealand 452. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Auckland Tower on 118.7.
I am back. Pretty excited here as we come in New Zealand. I'm sorry. Into Auckland here. Actually, we got ATC as well. I don't know if it's one of you guys or not, but we're coming in 23 left. Here's gonna make our little bit of a left turn. Make my life a little easier once we make the turn here. This is beautiful New Zealand though. It's unarguably so beautiful. I can't imagine what it looks like in the day here. Go 340. Look at that. Look at those mountains. It's just beautiful here. Just touchdown at 7:50, about 7:34 right now. So come in a little bit early. Should not be that bad. We did depart late. We're still 30 nautical miles away from touchdown from Auckland International Airport here. I've been looking at the views here. I have, of course, been listening to music. I've been listening to music as well. I personally like the music here. I've been looking at the views. It's just so stunning how beautiful Auckland is. I think it's, in New Zealand is, personally, I think, and this is my opinion, I think it's a much more pretty and beautiful than Australia and Sydney and Melbourne and Perth. But hey, that's my opinion. But not that far away, though. Here, we're actually going to go down to flaps number 1, level 1 here. Hopefully the ATC does not quit. They're probably not, because they know I'm coming in. They're really, I know how people work on this game, that once they see someone, they're not going to quit. So maybe this is our first ATC run-in for the day, for our 2-day journey to London Heathrow. 7,000 feet we are at right now. STM fan is going to be our ATC today. Hopefully he's professional. I've gone through a couple of people that are really not professional and should not be ATC. They're just really unorganized. I'm serious. It's unbelievable how some people... I think you have to earn it. I think you should be able to earn even your training server just to make it professional. And you should be able to ghost on training server. That's what I think. Even though it's not supposed to be that professional, I think if you want to take off from your gate, I think you should be in casual server where there is no ATC option. Then again, whoever the developers of this game are just outstanding. They're very skilled. You can tell. And if you didn't hear about the new libraries that are coming with Air Canada, I think they're redoing the 7 CRJ 200, and I think they're adding the CRJ 900. I think is coming into the game. My phone begins to lag a little bit, which is really, in my opinion, not the best sign, especially ahead of a 9-hour flight. I mean, a 12-hour flight. I might have to I'm really have to take a lot of precautions before this flight. And here we go, the lag is coming up again. I'm feeling my phone is pretty overheated, which is not good, especially since I just did a 5-hour flight, and 3 days ago, it just stood out fine. I'm just a little worried this is not a good sign. We're in New Zealand Tower area, call inbound landing But safe runway, 23 left.
Auckland Tower, New Zealand 452 is 21 nautical miles to the east at 6,300 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 23 left.
New Zealand 452. Maintain slowest practical speed.
Maintain slowest practical speed. New Zealand 452.
That's about 160.
New Zealand 452. Number 2. Traffic to follow is on left base.
I find this to be pretty funny. I'm going to respond.
Number 2. Behind the traffic on left base. New Zealand 452.
Not professional. I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not seeing anyone at the airport.
New Zealand 452. Number 2. Runway 23 left. Cleared to land.
I'm not liking this.
Number 2. Cleared to land.
This is
runway 23 left. New Zealand 452.
Long flight day. I'm going to go down to about 2,000, about 3,000 feet here. We'll start making our turn. Alright guys, I'm going to say goodbye here, before landing. Since we do have ATC connection, you're not going to be able to really hear me. So I'll be right back.
Attention all aircraft. Please check current airport restrictions. NOTAM will be enforced by ghosting.
New Zealand 452 is on final runway 23 left, full stop.
New Zealand 452, Roger. New Zealand 452. Speed at your discretion.
Roger, New Zealand 452.
20.
New Zealand 452. When able, turn right. Hold short runway 23 left. Please expedite.
Wilco, New Zealand 452.
1000. Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10.
New Zealand 452. Hold position.
Holding position, New Zealand 452.
New Zealand 452. Contact Auckland ground on 121.9er.
Contacting Auckland ground on 121.9er, New Zealand 452. Auckland ground, New Zealand 452, request taxi to parking.
New Zealand 452. Hold position.
Holding position, New Zealand 452.
New Zealand 452.
Welcome
Taxi to parking.
Auckland
Taxiing
here.
to parking, New Zealand 452.
Local time here is 7:48, landing about 2 minutes early, which is amazing to me. I'm very happy that we managed to catch up time here. I think that was a pretty harsh landing in my opinion. Well, unfortunately, I can't hear the call-outs because, well, when you're doing live stream on a device, it takes off almost all the sound, so you can't hear anything coming from your like phone or iPad. But since I had the live stream going up next to me, it was about 10 seconds delayed, so I heard 100, 50, 40, 30, 30, 30, 20, 10. That's why I heard 30, 30, 30, because the aircraft will not descend. So that's why really I could not get the aircraft to just descend, which is really unfortunate because it was a really nice flight. Then I can't be bothered too much about it. It was I think in my opinion okay soft. I can't get that frustrated at it, really. I got 2 more chances to upgrade my landings, and both those will be in 2 different countries.
Attention all aircraft. Auckland ground is now
this
closed.
Guy,
good day.
Really, in my opinion, did. He was trying to, like, see how far how mad I could get. He failed. Good effort, though. Good effort. That's the terminal right behind me, which will be departing out. Whoever passengers transferring flights will have to go around the airport. I don't know if there's a shuttle or not. That will take you to the international terminal. Alright, we're going to continue taxi here. So I'm going to make the turn into the regional Air New Zealand terminal, where I think all the Airbus A320s park. Overall, it's a very nice flight. I love flying in New Zealand. I love flying out of New Zealand. I love flying over New Zealand. I just love everything about New Zealand, don't I? Alright, so there's gate 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right where that little thing is. That little building, that part sticks out. We parking, I think, gate 28. I believe that's why it's numbered. And right here. We're coming up to it. Here we go. Welcome to Auckland. Pulling in the gate right on time. That ground crew should not be messing around. They know I'm right on time here. Oh, there we go again. 2 times in a row on a live stream, I go over the line. There we go, that's good. Engines off. Engine off again. There we go, beacon off. Golden cockpit. Landing lights are already off. Navigation lights stay on. And that's really it of flight 1 of 3. Guys, with your service to London. Alright, I just found out SIM ATC was my air traffic control. Sorry to be such offensive, it's just some things you were trying to get me to do. I found, really, I've gone through some pretty bad ATCs. I'll tell you that. I've been canceled takeoff numerous times. Here, but yeah, next stop will be Los Angeles.
New Zealand 452, you're on an active airport. Please contact Auckland ground on 121.9er.
He doesn't know that. I'm already done with my flight. Navigation lights off here. That's all we got here for flight number 1. Dual flight time, 49 minutes. Not even over an hour. from Wellington the whole way to Auckland here. Next stop, Los Angeles on New Zealand 2 with 777-300 ER. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys in approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes. 9 o'clock my local time, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Departure to Los Angeles. Thank you guys. And see you soon.